Thank you. Hope you like this good moves, because today we're going to be doing special review on Unconventional Gentleman and I, since he's back in his realm. Well, I'll just say it out. Today we're reviewing Dragon Ball: The Magic Begins.
Well, hello, dear viewers. My name is Alexander, the Unconventional Gentleman.
And I'm Casey's Hammer Fighter.
And this is DownTime!
America's fascination with Kung Fu started in the 1970s and onward to the present day, with popularity of Kung Fu films created by the legends like Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, and Jet Li. The typical Kung Fu movies usually has a lone character who either lost their father or loved ones, usually around some kind of a criminal gang or a Kung Fu rivalry, that the son has to swear revenge against those and goes on a journey to find the ancient master or lost art of Kung Fu so he can use it to defeat his rival and get revenge so the soul of his loved ones can rest in peace in the afterlife.
And more often than not, they either succeed or die trying, usually in the hands of a new girlfriend or loved one.
That's right, Unconventional Gentlemen. And along that, the rise of popularity in Japan in regards to anime was also happening, with many animes taking inspiration from Kung Fu or martial arts movie stories like Fist of the North Star, Street Fighters, Tekken, and of course, now these days you got Baki Hanma and Kengan Ashura. But of course, there's one anime in particular that helped inspire today's Kung Fu film.
Yes, the film we're talking about today is a bit of a bad boy film in the context that it's a film inspired by a famous anime and yet had no business existing since it is an unauthorized film, since they didn't get the story maker of the animator's approval. A little anime series made by Akira Toriyama called Dragonball.
Oh yeah! The Titan anime made famous and has been going on since the late 80s and going on to the early 2000s. It has been going strong for 40 years and has no plan to stop. Dragon Ball is a story centered around a young boy and his friend Goku, grandson of Son Gohan, and adventures of gaining strength, friends, and mentors like the Great Hermit Master Roshi, as he tries to find all 7 Dragon Balls. Mystic orange jade pearls with number stars on them when brought together summons an ancient wish-granting dragon named Shenron. Once summoned, he can grant one wish to whoever summons him so he can leave.
Naturally, after the wish is granted, the dragon leaves and the Dragon Balls disappear for 1 year. Then they can be found again all over the globe.
Aw, man! Guess I have to wait next year for my wish.
What did you wish for?
For you? Stop pulling the air! Seriously, dude! Knocking off with the cabbage, man! Naturally, the Dragon Ball becoming so popular, there are bound to be movies inspired by the film.
Thankfully, we will not be reviewing one Dragon Ball film in particular in the 2009s. Oh God, no! No, the film we'll be reviewing is an unauthorized film done in the late 80s that combines 2 things that oddly fit together. The lore of the Chinese monkey god Sun Wukong, and a pseudo-version of the original series of Dragon Ball.
Which is ironic, since Goku is basically the Japanese version of Sun Wukong in the first place.
Indeed. So, what do you get when you put together the story of Sun Wukong, Dragon Ball, and oddly enough, PlayStation graphics to add some crudely anime effect?
You get the odd yet entertaining magic and alien sci-fi adventure that is Dragon Ball, The Magic Begins. We start off with a small village near the ancient temple where the new guardian of the Dragon Pearl is chosen.
Dragon Pearl? Isn't it supposed to be a Dragon Ball?
Actually, in this film, the Dragon Balls are actually called Dragon Pearls, an odd distinction, but basically the same thing in terms that, so the same thing as the Dragon Balls.
Then suddenly, as the ritual continues, we cut to an episode of the Power Rangers for some reason.
Actually, Unconventional Gentlemen, I think this is the same movie.
What? No. Look, there's Rito, who weirdly looks like a yellow cyber hooker this time there. Oh, and there's the Terminator, who's purple now. And that's definitely Master Vile right there.
Actually, that's King Horn, who wants a Pearl to take over the world or becoming unstoppable. He never explicitly say.
Anyway, all we need to know is he's the big bad guy. He's got an army of putties, baddies, and he wants to steal the pearls and kills the guardian of the pearls and his wife, leaving the kid to fend for herself.
Yeah, poor Jade. Luckily for her, though, in the hope of the entire world is just a forest away. Deep in the heart of the forest, of the wilderness, together, a grandpa and his grandson to protect their Dragon Pearl from all foes.
Yep, good old Gohan. And his grandson, Goku.
Wrong. Sorry, Unconventional Gentlemen, but the boy's name in the story is simply Monkey Boy.
Oh, come on, really? He's obviously Goku in spirit to this film. Why not just call him that?
Would you want to get sued the top hat off of you?
No.
Anyway, after a long training session filled with kung fu, Monkey Boy heads out to go fishing for a crocodile?
Badass.
As Monkey Boy heads back home with his prey, he is stopped by a monster which turns out to be obviously a white chief by a witch who turns out to be a young, attractive woman.
Ah, yes. Bulma, right?
Wrong. Yes, honestly, she's supposed to be Bulma, but in this story, her name is Sitomi.
God, this is annoying. Any other characters who are supposed to be characters from Dragon Ball that are renamed?
Let's see. Oolong the pig is just called Piggy, Yamcha is called Westwood, and Master Roshi is the Turtle Man, and I think that's it.
That's it?
Yep.
Good.
Unfortunately for Monkey Boy and his grandpa, the baddies come to take the pearl. There's a major fight. Unfortunately, Grandpa is blown out of the well and is soon left for dead.
This is what happens when you piss off Arnold Schwarzenegger by painting him purple.
Shortly after the fight, Monkey Boy and Sito band together to find the other Dragon Pearls before the baddies do.
As they travel on foot, they are stopped when a wicked old piggy demon tries to do the bad touch with the girl from the temple.
Seeing Jay is in trouble, Monkey Boy springs into action. After a sort of fight that feels like a slapstick sketch by Chinese writers, the piggy is foiled where it discovered the piggy is a descendant of the pig demon from the story of Sun Wukong, which is strongly that makes him brothers as Monkey Boy is a descendant of Sun Wukong. And just like Piggy joins a crew, all four of them set off to find the other Dragon Pearls. Or they would have if they weren't suddenly ambushed by a lone gunman and his incredibly annoying sidekick bird!
Yes, and this is the titular gunman and sword fighter Westwood, or a poor man's substitute for Yamcha.
Yep, and absolutely immediately, he and Monkey Boy get into a fight of their own. The fight is so equal at a time that the world bends around them, their powers, and...
Case? Am I tripping balls, or did we suddenly get transported into some late 90s PlayStation video game.
No, I think that's just some kind of a weird way for the film to have connections with the anime or the ever released show of some cool CGI effects.
Cool? No. Cheesy? Maybe. God awful? Oh hell yes.
Of course, after we get back to reality, it isn't long before it's apparent Yamcha's weakness about his fear of girls is the same thing as Westwood's, as just as the sight of Sitomi, he bolts along with his nasty parrot.
Jeez, that nasty parrot keeps teasing him. I'd make him into a two-piece combo already, with the fowl talking to him like that.
Absolutely unconventional, gentlemen. That bird is such a bully and a two-faced a-hole. After a long whole mess, the four heroes retire around the fire as they discuss how to get the rest of the pearls to stop the bad guys.
They discuss the last words of Monkey Boy's grandpa and Jade's dad too. They said how if they became in trouble and the evil became too strong, they should find the wise old master.
You see, the master on the island is called the Turtle Man, a wise yet sex maniac man who lived on the island alone, learning all sorts of magic. He is so powerful that Picky knows him who he is.
Sadly though, Westwood was spying on them the whole conversation, and so is the Kinghorn's minions. So the whole gang was running out of time.
Digging up his own pearl, Westwood then heads to the island to head off the gang before they arrive.
And the Turtle Man is,
What?
apparently the old man is a dancer, a kung fu master. And, did he actually have a real turtle head over his face?
Yep, he definitely did some for a second.
Okay, so the master... Is he doing the Egyptian?
Seems like it.
This has nothing to do with kung fu, right?
Absolutely not!
Anyways, Westwood comes and lies to the old man, saying that someone with the four who is about to arrive on the island wants to challenge him. And of course, that's when the four actually arrive on the boat, and Westwood points to Monkey Boy as the one who wants to challenge the old man to a fight.
When Monkey Boy denies it, the old man adamantly believes one of them is lying and comes up with a surefire way to test which one of them is lying. You see, the old man possesses a cloud, much like the real Master Roshi in the original anime called the Flying Nimbus. You see, the cloud can have anyone ride it as long as the person is pure of heart and free of dark thoughts.
Which of course means since the old man is a sex fiend, means he can't stand on it himself. But figures, if one of them stands on the cloud and can stay on top of it, it would mean that it's the simplest way of telling which one of them is actually the liar and which one is telling the truth.
Of course, as soon as Westwood tries to stand on it, he's fallen right on his butt. But when Monkey Boy stands on it, he stays right and proving he is telling the truth the whole time.
The old man is so impressed with Monkey Boy's ability to stay on the cloud, he lets Monkey Boy keep it. After all, it chooses him even after just a few times of him being on it, and listens to him other than the old man, which the old man decides to throw a small tantrum about as he curses out the cloud as Monkey Boy rides it professionally like.
Not only he's a terrible sex fiend, but he's also a sewer mouth as well. What a card! So after all that, finally talks to the old hermit, letting him know that of the evil forces trying to take the dragon pearls, unless he helps the evil King Horn to take the pearls and rule the world. That's when the old man reveals he has a dragon pearl as well.
Convenient.
Of course, they want the dragon pearl to protect them from the baddies. And of course, the old dirty prune wants Sitomi to show her tits as a payment for the pearl?
But luckily, Saitomi came up with a very good plan. Since Piggy can shapeshift, he decides to basically shapeshift and take on that responsibility for her and strips in her place for the dirty old perv as a way of protecting Saitomi.
And it works a little too well.
Just glad this film isn't rated X. Otherwise, there would be a lot more white in the scene.
Everything seemed to be going well. That's until the Purplenator and his blonde cyber bimbo shows up to wreck Turtle Man's house and steal all 3 of the group's pearls and taking them to King Horn as all is lost.
Or is it? Turns out Piggy had the last pearl all along. And with that, all 5 of them make a play to basically take on the Horn King for one final fight.
It's a terrible fight. Piggy blasts away through like some ham-flavored Rambo, taking out the baddies, the Turtle Man taking out the Purplenator, and all 3, Monkey Boy, Westwood, and Piggy taking out Rita the Gold Bimbo.
Then it all comes down to the Horn King, or King Horn. One final battle.
That bastard's trying to use Grandpa for leverage when it turns out he's not dead.
Only for the old man to slip away. Then the bastard brought the village back to life, only to torture Jade and the others.
Finally, after a quick rescue with Monkey Boy's new cloud, it gives Grandpa and Turtle Man enough wiggle room to plan to defeat King Horn by stuffing the last pearl in his mouth to set the others in his stomach to explode, setting the dragon free.
It was one hell of a struggle, but at last they shoved the last pearl deep into the belly of the King Horn, and the dragon causes him to explode with a terrible CGI effect.
At last, the dragon is revealed in all its terrible, uncanny, golden form CGI, and with the dragon, there, Jay makes the wish to restore her village, to revive her parents.
And as the dragon makes the wish, the pearls shoot off and disappear. And with that, the village springs back to life again. Jade's parents return alive, and all is well. The day is saved, and Westwood and Monkey Boy share in one last fight.
In short, a happy ending.
Dragonball is in one of those strange sweet spots of a unofficial movie. It's neither too good that it basically overwhelms the actual anime of said film, but it is also not a terrible film by any means. Basically being in that sweet spot where an unofficial movie can actually be pretty good.
I'm with you, buddy. The movie was clearly inspired, said by anime, yet true of its own movies, with its own villains and its own version of Goku, as more directed to take a descendant of Sun Wukong. But honestly, it works despite with the poor CGI. It looks poorly made PS1, but it didn't take away the enjoyment of the movie, not at all.
Whether you're a Kung Fu fan, or an anime fan, a Dragon Ball fan, or perhaps just a Sun Wukong fan, Dragon Ball The Magic Begins is a good time overall, and in my opinion, is a solid 2.5 Dragon Pearls out of 5.
Well, that about wraps it up for Downtime. Once again, I'm Alexander, the unconventional gentleman.
And I'm Casey's Hammer Fighter.
And this was Downtime. Remember to like and subscribe.
And comment down below for any ideas or future suggestions for Downtime.
Ciao.
Stay awesome, everybody.